Well, it's time to put you on the clock. Right now, the leader of our on-the-clock event that we have every week on the show is Trishelle Canatella. I cannot tell you how many she has right, but I can tell you this. You have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as you possibly can. If you don't know the answer, or you choose not to answer, you can just say fold and go on to the next question. Very important. The person who answers the most questions correctly by the end of the season, only a few episodes left to go right now, and Trishelle firmly in the lead, will get our gorgeous on-the-clock trophy. You can add that to your mantle. You can add it with the bracelets and the other tattoos.
Do we have to talk about Trishelle?
We don't have to talk about it. We absolutely don't. I'm going to have the floor start the clock. Are you ready?
Sure. All right.
Floor? What is Phil Hellmuth's middle name?
I know it very well. I mean, I can't. It's some funny name, and we were making fun of
You
him.
can fold. It's all about speed in
fold.
this. Who's better at video poker, Richard Brody or Alan Chainsaw Kessler?
Richard Brody.
Who did you beat heads up for your first World Series of Poker bracelet in 1999?
Alex Brenes.
What floor did Luca live on?
Who in the is Luca?
You went on a televised blind date with comedian Kathy Griffin. What was her mom's name?
Martha. I have no idea.
Name one of the contestants left on American Idol.
Pass.
What is Daniel Negreanu's Twitter handle?
Real Kid Poker.
There are two kinds of Torah, written and
Two kinds of what?
Torah.
Oh,
Written and
I don't know.
When two players see a flop, what are the odds that one of the players has an ace when there's an ace on board?
What is the what?
When two players see a flop, what are the odds that one of the players has an ace when an ace is on board?
I'd have to say.
And you are out of time, Mike. I'm sorry, you are out of time.
that was. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was not a good show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was like not expecting that. You know, I got hit with the head in the deck with a bunch.
Well, you
of
got
players.
one from me.
Mike, only 3 correct. I'm sorry, that makes you second worst.
You got bogged down on
Overall.
a lot of questions. You spent a lot of time on ones that.
Trishelle has 8. She dominated.
Yeah.
All right, here are the ones that you got wrong. Phil Hellmuth's middle name is Jerome.
Rome, I knew
Which
that.
is kind of ridiculous. I did not know that.
I did know that.
Phil Jerome Hellmuth, Jr.
I did know that.
Really?
I
Okay.
did.
You wanted the blind date, her mom's name, Kathy Griffin's mom's name, Maggie.
Maggie,
She
close.
answered the door.
I knew
You
it
were
was
close.
an
She
M.
said Martha. And when two players see a flop, the odds that there will be an ace, that a player has an ace when there's an ace on
90%.
board, is 23%, or 1 in 4.3.
My answer is, of course, what floor did Luca live on? She lived on the second floor.
Who is Luca?
It's from that famous song you should know, my friend. I'll get it for you. Name one of the contestants left.
Oh,
on
I've heard
American-
that song.
Yeah, of course.
I had no idea what you were talking about.
That's all right. We bamboozled you. It's all right. Name one of the contestants left on American Idol.
I've never watched a show
It
once
could
in
have
my
been
entire
Aaron
life.
Kelly, Casey James, Crystal Bowersox,
It could
Lee
have been.
DeWise,
It could
or
have been
Michael
this.
Lynch.
It could have been this guy here.
This one you should have
could have
got.
been you. You could have been on American Idol. I have no idea.
These are some tough questions. You run about as well at On the Clock as you do in
And
Internet
we have one
Poker.
fun one. There are two kinds of Torah, written and. You should have got this.
I
Oral.
had this one.
Written. No, you missed it.
I know I had it though, but I didn't know.
Well,
it.
that means nothing. I have $1 million, but it's nowhere to be found.
I
It
understand.
doesn't count.
Oh, I have that too.
It's written in Jerome. You had that one right on the tip of your tongue. It's written in Jerome Torah. All right, Mike, thanks.
Thanks.
When we come back, we talk to poker mindset coach Sam Chahan right here on Poker Tonight. Poker Tonight has been brought to you by UB.net. Raise, stack, own. Welcome back to Poker Tonight. He first gained major attention by getting Antonio Esfandiari focused for a big main event run in last year's World Series of Poker. Now his client list and their accomplishments are rapidly growing. Joining us in studio is poker mindset guru Sam Chahan. Sam, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
Now, a lot of people might not know what that even means, poker mindset coach. What is it that you do and how did you get started?
Well, what I do is I try to build somebody's inner self, their inner core. So if their inner core is really strong, it doesn't matter what happens in the external world. It doesn't matter if they have downs in their lives. They can snap right back from it. Or they have some bad beats. It's not that they go in and they're like, oh my God, what do I do now? And then they blow all their chips. They're able to bounce back a lot better. So what I do is I try to create a real strong inner core where nothing affects them.
And how does it work for poker exactly? What does it do specifically for poker players?
Well, I think first thing is that I don't teach any poker strategies. So what I do for poker players is really no different than what I do for MMA fighters. So what I do is I get them to really understand themselves, understand the psychology of making sure that you do have confidence, not just external confidence. External confidence is where you're just like, yeah, I'm good, but inside you feel totally insecure.
Right.
That's how most people are. It's truly believe from the inner self that you are good enough to win this field, not going into something, oh, I just never win. When you start having doubts, your thoughts
Right.
your thoughts are steering wheels of your life. Your thoughts are. But many people don't know what to do when their thoughts go the wrong direction. How do you stop that? So here's a technique that everybody can use at home. If you hold your breath long as you can, every single thought in your brain will disappear, except that I need to breathe. That will interrupt the pattern right away. Or you see many people wear rubber bands on their wrist. Many poker players wear rubber bands today. If you snap the rubber band, the brain has to focus on the pain on the wrist, so it actually gets away from that negative thought. Now you're consciously aware that you got to focus on something positive. So now I know some people say, well, that's not a big deal, but it is. It's the difference that makes the big difference. Are you performing at your best? That's the question.
Right, you're talking about like a mental reset, basically.
That's
correct. Stopping everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it has a huge thing, because you guys seen people just blow all their chips just because something bad happened.
I don't know about seeing people. I mean, I've done it. I've seen myself do that before.
Yeah, exactly. And that would help you in that situation. You could have rebounded from it a lot quicker with one of these techniques. And one of the things that many people don't know I do for my players is I'm really big on meditation. I meditate good energy, I channel good energy, and for a lot of people, I was like, oh my God, what is that mumbo jumbo? But in the next 10 years of science, you'll see a lot of stuff come out on vibration energy and how that works, but that's a whole nother show.
Well, Sam, thank you so much for being on the show. It was very informative, and best of luck to you and to all the players that you're coaching. Maybe we'll get Sebok in there.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
We'll have additional questions with Sam exclusively for you to view online at Poker2Nite.com. And that's it for this week's show. Join us next week as 2007 Playboy Playmate and Victory Poker team member Sarah Underwood joins us in studio. Till then, we leave you with this.